G'day guys, welcome to my Nrl video. Today I'm going to talk to you guys about Nrl's Round 12's predictions for 2022 guys, so let's get started. So starting off with that first game of that match, we see the Storm going up against the Manly Sea Eagles. Now this game's obviously a really touching game. This one's going to be a real tough game. Obviously, a couple of changes has gone to that match, which that means no Tom Trbojevic. Obviously, with that shoulder injury, he has been ruled out for the season. Which that means Ruben Garrick has been that number one position. He has been playing in that position a couple of times, but not really all the time since Tom Trbojevic has been playing a couple of times also too. So that means quantity. Ruben Garrick has been a very good player, obviously for the wing too, but since last week, obviously didn't go their way. Yeah, excuse me, in saying that, I just think that the Manly Sea Eagles will struggle in this game, obviously, because, in saying that though, I could see the Melbourne Storm getting a really good win, obviously, in this match, but in saying that too, obviously still no Ryan Papenhuyzen with that knee and hamstring injury, which that means, obviously, I think Nick Meaney would be in that starting position in that number one side, or I think it's someone else. I'm not exactly too sure. But yeah, it's going to be a really tough game to see what happens in that squad. But also another thing too is Harry Grant has also been out. Is also out too. He has failed his training session, so obviously he won't be playing this game. So Brandon Smith has come to that number 9 side in that 14 squad of that of that jersey for the team. So I'm gonna pick the Melbourne Storm by 6 points, and this one's gonna be a real tough game in this match anyway. The next game of that match, we see the Panthers going up against the Cowboys. Now this one is going to be another tough game. Obviously this one will be another tough game because two people have been out, obviously due to the injury last week for the Cowboys. No Kyle Felt and no Jason Tamalolo, which that means obviously Hamiso Tipuai-Fidel goes in that number 2 side and Colin Hess goes in that number 13 side for the team. This one's going to be a real tough game. Obviously no Jason Tamalolo, no spark in that squad, so still you got Chad Townsend, Tom Dearden, what's that number 9 side of the hooker, obviously Reece Robson, Scott Drinkwater, Hamiso Tipuai-Fidel, as I mentioned before just then. I still think that this one's going to be a real tough game. This one will be a tight game, very hard to pick, but these two sides have been good quality football teams, and in saying that, obviously the Cowboys have been improving in the season with so much potential for the team. I think this one will be a very good matchup. It will be a very tough game. I will be down there to vlog that game, so stay tuned for that. I will be doing that at Penrith Stadium, so yeah, stay tuned for that. But in this game, in saying that, the Panthers, obviously no changes has come to that side, so it will be a very one easy clash in this team. So in saying that, I'm going to go with the Panthers by 12 points in this game because I just don't think that without Kyle Felt and without Jason Tamalolo, it will be a very tough game in this one. So expect to be one hell of a big match in this game. So it could be a sellout, you never know, but yeah, I'm going to go with the Panthers by 12 points in this match, and I reckon the Cowboys will struggle in this game. The next game of this match, we see the Broncos going up against the Titans. Now this one, wow, the closest two teams in the state of Queensland. Obviously, these two sides have been very good, the Broncos and the Titans. This one will be a very epic game. Obviously, the Broncos are $1.39 and the Titans are $3, as I had a look last time I checked. But no changes have been going into the Broncos side, but only one change that goes into the Titans side, which that means Philip Sammy won't be playing in this one, so Brian Kelly goes in that number 3 side, replacing Philip Sammy in that squad. This one will be a tough game, and the Titans have been going pretty well, but not enough to concede for the season, and I just think that they will go well, but I don't think they will be in the finals. Obviously, how the way they're going and how the way they're playing their style of game is just too much handling, but I just think that how the way they want to play their style of match will be a very tough game to see the Broncos and Titans play, because obviously these two teams will be one epic game, and yeah, it's just going to be one talented matchup. Obviously, with AJ Brimson and Jane Campbell for the Titans, those two players are very good anyway. They've been very excellent for the team, for the club, and yeah, credit to you guys, been excellent anyway. And for the Broncos, Tamari Martin has been very good, so I've rated him. I reckon he's a very good side for the team, and obviously you got Adam Reynolds, but I'm not too sure if he is playing or not. Probably yes, probably no. I'm not exactly too sure. So anyway, I'm going to go with the Broncos by 10 points in this match anyway. The next game of that match, we see the Warriors going up against the Knights. Now this one's going to be another tough game. I don't really rate this game at all. The Warriors have been a really social team that are a really good team at the moment, but obviously no Adam Fanil-Blake. That means Jazz Defungo goes in that number 10 side for that team. But then obviously two players for the Knights out playing, so that means no Bradman Best and no Adam Clune, which that means Jake Clifford goes to that number 7, and I think it's Anari Tuwala or Dane Gagai. Or no, actually it's Anari Tuwala goes into that number 4 side, replacing Bradman Best. Anyway, so I think Bradman Best does have a shoulder injury, so he will be out for a number of weeks. So do prepare for that. And this game, it's not going to be a very easy matchup. Obviously, in this one, it will be a very tough game, and you never know. It will be one hard matchup, and this one's not going to be very good at all, because how the way they play their style of match, it's not going to be very good for the Warriors and stuff like that, because they do struggle so much, and you never know, it could be one tough game and then one hard game. But I could see an upset if that happens, if the Warriors don't concede. So in this one, I'm going to go with the Warriors by 6 points in this matchup, and I do see the Warriors making a really good effort. But in this one, I don't think the Knights won't make it at all. I just reckon the Warriors will only just win by 6 points in that matchup, and this game will be another tough one. But yeah, Warriors by 6. The next game of that matchup, we see the Rabbitohs going up against the West Tigers. Now this one will be another epic game. This one will be a very tough one, as I do reckon that the West Tigers have been very good so far. Also, the Rabbits, they haven't been a very good team at the moment. Last week they did get flogged 32-12 against the Raiders, so they won't have that potential to obviously lose that game. Hopefully they don't. I reckon they'll come out firing in this game, and they will come out firing, because how the way they lost in that matchup they will think that they're gonna come out firing, and they're gonna put so much 100% effort against the West Tigers. I do see that happen, but the West Tigers are just too good at the moment. But they have been struggling a little bit though, so I do see the Rabbitohs winning. Alex Johnston, he's a really good player in that game, and obviously Blake Taff in that number 1 side, he's been really good for the Rabbitohs in that club, and also for the season too. But I do see this one not really rateable, because these two sides aren't really good at the moment, and this one will be a very tight game, and I do see this one happening because the West Tigers have been like losing, winning, losing, winning, losing, winning, and obviously the Rabbits have been doing the same too. So in this one, it will be a very tight matchup, but I'm going to go with the Rabbitohs by 10 points in this match, and I do see the Rabbits winning only just by 2 points. The difference, like obviously scoring 2 tries in that game to concede the deal, and the Rabbits to win by 10 points in that match. The next game of that match, we see the Sharks going up against the Roosters. Now, this one will be another tough game. Wow, it's going to be one hell of an effort. Wow, it's going to be a tough one. This is going to be a very epic game. I do see this one being a highlight of this match. This one will be a very tough game, very tight game, and a very crucial game. So, the Sharks are obviously $1.80, which that sees the Roosters being $2. And the Roosters, in saying that, they are a very crucial team. And last week, they obviously got flogged 32-12 against the Panthers. But in saying that, they've been a very tough team to work with, and they've been a very tough team to obviously go by anyway. So I do see the Roosters making an effort. I reckon this one will be a very epic game of football. This one will be a very tight matchup. I do not see this one being a flogging. I do see this one being a very tight I reckon it will be a couple of points if the Sharks or the Roosters do win. So it won't be by a very big margin. I do see this one being a tight one, because obviously the Sharks are a really good team, and plus the Roosters are a very good team also too. So you never know, this one will be a field goal matchup, like golden point. You never know. It will be one hell of a game. I do see this one being a very good match anyway. But I'm going to go with the Sharks by 2 points in this game. That's right, 2 points. And I could see this one being a very tight game, but only just the Sharks winning by 2 points in that game. The next game of this match, we see the Bulldogs going up against the Dragons. Now, this one will be a very tight game. That's right, a very tough game. Wow. The Bulldogs aren't really good of a team at the moment, and they haven't been. They're sitting on 16th position, and obviously this one has been a very tough, road trip for the Bulldogs anyway. But for the Dragons, as I did say, 24-18 against the Warriors. This one will be another epic game of football. I do see this one being a very tight game, because obviously the Bulldogs aren't really good of a team at the moment, and plus the Dragons aren't too. So I do see this one being a tight game. I reckon I could see Ben Hunt playing a really good matchup. I reckon he'll be the key for that game anyway, so you never know. But in saying that, the Bulldogs need to aim up in their defence, because every single time they play their games of football, they just aren't conceding points, aren't playing the game, and not conceding an absolute effort at all. But in saying that, also too, they haven't been working very hard at the moment, and they've been struggling so much. And this one, I reckon this one will be a very tight game. But the Dragons are really good of a team at the moment. They've been absolute epic for the club, and yeah, I'm going to go with the Dragons by 6 points in this match, and this game will be a very tight one. And finally, the next game of this match, we see the Raiders going up against my Parramatta Eels. Now this game will be the most one hell of a game down at cold, icy cold Canberra. This one will be a very tough, tight game. Okay, I do see this one being a really tight game because you know what? Jamal Fogarty is back. Jared Croker is back. But there is a but in this because I heard a little bit of rumour that Jared Croker isn't playing. That might not play. So he could still play, but I don't think he'll play. So yeah, you never know. It could change, might not change, you never know. But anyway, the Parramatta Eels last week, they played a very tight game. And they are a very good team also too. Because how the way they play their style of matchup, they've been absolutely excellent for the team. And that's right, they've been trying their best, trying their hardest, and that's why they are a really good team. And you know what? That's why they have Mike O'Sevo back. That's right, Mike O'Sevo, the speedster, the bulldozer, and he's a really good player for the team also too. That's why they've dropped Hayes Perham into that reserve, so you never know. Mike O'Sevo could play in that game anyway, but yeah, it might not change, probably will change, you never know. Anyway, this one will be a very tight game. As why? Because Jamal Fogarty is a really good player, so is Jared Croker, with Jack Whiten in at number 7, obviously, Jack Whiten goes in at number 6, and then obviously Jamal Fogarty in that number 7 side, so this one will be another epic game of football, and this one will be another epic game for the team. This one, I'm going to go with the Parramatta Eels, my Parramatta Eels, by 12 points in this matchup, and this game will be a tight one anyway. Thanks guys for watching this video, guys. Stay tuned for more. We'll be doing a couple of videos coming to you guys soon. Also, I'll be doing more videos coming to you guys soon, so stay tuned for more. Plus, leave a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel and for this video. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Till then, take care, guys. Stay safe and have a good one. Plus, let's get up to 300 subscribers. We're sitting on 253 anyway. So let's get up to that. And I'll see you guys next time. Up the Parramatta Eels!